Hello, dear viewers. Welcome to Wild Werewolf. Are you ready to embark on a wild and thrilling journey into the world of werewolves? Here, we'll explore the untamed nature, the raw power, and the captivating stories of these mythical creatures. So, get comfortable and let's unleash the wildness together. Chapter 24 Jade P. Oh, V. It's the weekend in my group of friends and I decided to have a talk about becoming a pack. My mom and dad are helping us out. So what do you guys know about being in a pack, might ask everyone. There's supposed to be an alpha beta, Oliver answers. The bigger the pack, the more the power, Vincent answers. Right, and what are we considered to a pack, my dad asks. Wolves, Vincent asks. Yes but no. We are rogues, my dad says. Oh, Vincent says back. What are rogues, I ask. Wolves without a pack. Most are pretty evil and others are just trying to find a better pack, my dad says to us. How do we make a pack? Who will be the alpha? Who will be a beta, I ask. That's up to you guys. But we only have 8 wolves in our pack. We might need more depending on how strong we are together, my dad says. I have 2 brothers, Prince says. Oh good. Contact them ASAP. We will be having a pack training day tomorrow, my dad tells him and walks out the room. 2 p.m. the next day, the twin, Sasha, Max by my hated mate. White splashed around me and my wounds spun with the beat of the heavy techno music the DJ was playing. My parents and I met up in my backyard. We've been waiting for Prince for about 20 minutes. This is not like Prince, Oliver says. A couple of minutes later, we hear a few guys arguing in the distance. We soon see Prince and 2 other guys walking behind him. They all stop in front of us arguing. We wouldn't have been late if you weren't busy trying to do your hair, the older looking one says. No man. It's your showering, the other one says. Shut up the both of you, Prince tells them. They both look at Prince, then back at each, then back at him. Stay out of this, little bro, the middle one says. All 3 of them start to argue. And I have to admit that it's kind of getting annoying. I step up to them. Excuse, I say to them. They continue. I'm guessing they didn't hear me. Excuse you 3, I say again. They're still arguing. I then open my mouth, go speak again, but Sasha stepped up. Excuse you, she says with a loud tone. That gets their attention. We're supposed to be training, I tell them. Oh yeah, Prince says. Now can you introduce them, I say to Prince. This is Rawl, the eldest of the 3 of us, Prince points to the older looking one. Rawl was tall just like Prince. More muscular than Prince. Very nicely kept facial hair and hair is a clean cut. Looks just like Prince. Yes, I know I'm comparing Prince. This is Rico, he finishes. Rico is just as good looking as Rawl and Prince. He was tall as well. He had a little tan skin. No facial hair. He had good length hair that was slicked back. Muscular as well. Nice to meet you both, I tell them both. This is Vincent, Oliver, Sasha, Victoria, my mom Carla, my dad Stan, and I am Jade, I said. While calling out everyone's names, I did hand gestures. Training was epic, but we've gotten through the first afternoon. We need a lot of work, especially me. We had another meeting and made a list of command. Alpha, Prince Beta, Oliver 3rd in command, Vincent, everyone easily agreed with our leadership. And we all have faith that Prince will do great in leading us. Also, he named our pack the Fortake, or a gem pack, which means strong courage. We're off to a pretty good start. Prince B, LV. It was a pretty long day, so my brothers and I are chill in my place. I have a bad feeling, Rawl says. Why, I ask. My wife and daughter. I've been sensing Papa around lately, he says. Me too. I'm worried about my wife and kids, Rico says. But Papa is not here. He's in Brazil, I tell them, knowing in my mind I'm kind of worried too. I need to call and check on them all, says, grabbing his cell. He dials them up and they answer almost instantly. He smiles as he talks to his wife and daughter. I look over to Rico with his phone and I can tell he's texting. All right, baby. Just call me anytime you go anywhere and call me when you get home as well. Tell Abby I love her. Good night, both of you, Rawl says before hanging up. It's amazing how regardless of the curse, you both found love, I tell them. She may not be Wolf, but she's perfect for me, Raul says. I like humans, Rico says. So do your wives know, I ask. Hell yeah, man, Rico says. They have to, Raul says. Rico, you think the twins are gonna be wolves, I ask. Maybe. Maybe not. Heaven and Marcus are only two, I can't tell right now, he answers. How about you, Raul, I ask, turning to face him. I think Abby will be, he says. How is it being married to a human? Aren't they weak? I ask. Little bro, you sure do have a lot of fucking questions. You better be glad I like answering them, Rico says. Aren't they weak, I ask again. No, they both say at the same time. Bro, after being married to a trainee woman for 3 years. Hell no. My wife will knock me the hell out, he says, smiling. And I'm married to a Russian woman. If I make her mad, she will find a way to hurt me, Raul says, chuckling. How did she hurt you, I asked, confused. She pushed me down the stairs of our house, he tells me. Damn, Rico laughs. Yay, damn. But you two must love the family life, I said. Yep, Rico answers. Have you found her, Raul asks. Yes, I found my maid, I answer. Really, Rico says with his eyes getting big. What was it like? To find her, Raul asks. It was the most amazing feeling ever. How I figured out was by her scent. Now that I see her every day, I'm fighting an urge to. You know, mark her, I tell them. Nice. I'm glad at least one of us found a she-wolf to love, Raul says, giving a kind smile. I love my brothers. I kind of feel guilty about having them away from their families. But I did tell them that they didn't have to do this. They chose to. The feeling they have about Papa is so real. I've been feeling that way lately, to be honest. I just ignored the feeling. If they have this feeling as well, I need to be very alert everywhere I go now. Chapter 25. Jade's dream. I found myself in a very dark place. I couldn't even see my nose in front of me. I looked around a little bit until I saw a light. For some reason, I walked towards it. When I came to it, I see my grandmother. Come closer, child, she commands me. I do as she tells me. I couldn't find another way for us to meet up, so I came in your sleep. I have to show you something, she continues. She starts to walk ahead to a door that appears out of nowhere, and it opens for her. Follow me, she says, walking through the door. I follow her into the door. It led us with a completely different place. It was a long hallway with a bunch of cages for large animals. We've gotten to a dead end and we turn to a specific cage. I see a girl balled up crying. At the other end of the hallway, a man entered. He was walking at a fast pace. He reached us, but didn't notice my grandmother, and he turned to the girl. Kate, the man says. Hold on. Max, Spidey. My faded mate. White splashed around me and the wind spun with the beat of the heavy techno music the DJ was playing. That isn't Kate. The girl soon looks up. It is Kate. She stands up in response to the man calling her name. He unlocks the cage. Come on. Master wants to see you, he says to her. I don't want to go, she nods her head. I don't have the power to let you stay in here. Now come on, he says. I soon find myself in a huge bedroom. What are you doing in here, I ask my grandmother. Look, she says. I looked around to see Jade standing in front of a mirror. He just staring at himself, doing nothing. Soon after, my sister and the man comes walking in. Good evening, Jade says, turning around. Master, the man says while bowing his head. Leave us, Jade commands him. Yes, master, he says, leaving the room. Jade walks over to Kate. I come to realize that you're not an animal, so you will not be in that cage anymore. But if you decide to act up, you will return. Now, why do you have on the same clothes as earlier? I told Michelle to change your clothes, he says. I didn't want her to change my clothes, Kate says in the very low voice. Why, he asks. I just didn't want to, she says, not showing any eye contact. Oh, being smart. That's how it is. You know, I haven't told you what happened to your mother, he says. She looks up at him. I killed her. You know, you look nothing like her. You look just like your father, he says while grabbing her hair. I hate your father. Not only has he taken my woman, he's taken my position as king, he says, tightening the grip on her hair. I should have killed him when I killed your mother. Then I would have killed you and your sister, he says, letting go of her. Why didn't you kill me? It would have been better than being your slave, Kate says with anger. Being a slave, huh? The reason why I didn't kill you is because of you being my secret weapon against your sister. Now getting on the bed. I'm tired of talking, he says to her. She stands there for a second trying to fight her tears. What are you standing there for, he asks aggressively. I don't want to, she says, crying. It's not about what you want, he says, grabbing her again. She starts to cry out loud as he walks her over to the bed. You better be glad I want to alive, he says while throwing her on the bed. The whole room went black while I realized that we are in the same place we started. I started to cry. My sister is going through hell, and I have no idea where she is, and I have no idea how to save her. I blame myself for letting her go up to her room the night she was taken. Child, my grandmother calls me. I just realized that she was still here. I'm sorry, I say, wiping off my tears. The only way to save her is to get her back. As long as she's in Raid's hands, she will not live long. I've made you for a reason. I knew he was going to be like this. I could not let him be king. You cannot let him be king. Once he takes your life, the world will be over. You are not just saving werewolves around the world, but every animal, bug, and human. Jade, you are queen for a reason. You have the power to stop him. Use that power for good, she says to me. The darkness around me began to crack as if it were breaking. My grandmother disappears right in front of me, and I felt like my body was falling backwards. I finally saw light when I suddenly land on my bed. End of Jade's dream. I looked around for a second. Am I still asleep? My mom walks in my room and sits on my bed. Yay, I'm awake. What did she tell you, he asks me. How does she know? She told me to use the power within me to betray, I tell her. She nods her head. Thank you, mother, my mom says out loud. What time is it, I ask. 11, she says. What? I say, jumping out of bed. Don't worry. You have a day off. It's staff development day. Well, that's what your father has told me, she says. I sighed and fell on my bed. We still will be training, she says, walking out my room. Ugh, I say out loud. Damn it. Could still be in bed if we didn't have to train. Everyone is out in my backyard now. My dad and mom wanted to speak to us. So Raid is a lot more powerful than we thought, my dad says. Raid has planned a war against us in 30 days, my mom states. So we need to be prepared every second of each day, my dad says. You can't let him get to you. You can't fear him. He may try to find a weakness between us, and it's our job to not let that happen, my mom says in a calm voice. What if he's listening to us now, Sasha asks. Good, my mom responds. So how many of them are up against us, Oliver asks. A lot more, my dad replies. Then shouldn't we get more wolves, Oliver says. No, we're perfect right now, my dad says. No, we're not. In war, they're gonna beat the shit out of us, Sasha says, a little annoyed. How do you know, my mom asks her. We're outnumbered, she answers. That doesn't mean anything, my dad says. That's bullshit, Oliver says. Let me tell you all something. Just because we only have 10 wolves doesn't mean we're going to get killed, my mom says. Yes, it does, Vincent blurts out. No, it doesn't. The twins have alpha blood. Sasha has alpha blood. Stan was an alpha. Prince and his brothers have alpha blood. And Jade is a queen. We have a lot of strength. So we don't have to worry, my mom says. Everyone was quiet afterwards. Now, Prince, you need to set up a meeting with Raid. Oliver and Jade will accompany you. Vincent, you stay and watch over the rest of us. No, that's how a pack works now. Train, my mom says. Chapter 26, JP. OV, well, it's been a week trying to contact Raid. So we'll just forget about him for a little bit just to think about school. And Prom. What am I going to wear? What color? What style? What shoes? How is my hair going to be? My makeup? Is Prince going to ask me? I've been seeing prom proposals left and right. Vicky and Sasha gotten one a couple of days ago, and those proposals were so cute. I know Vicky wasn't expecting Vincent to ask her to prom, but she couldn't say no to all the effort he put into it. We were at lunch talking about prom dresses. I'm thinking about a ball-gown, Victoria says. That'll be cute on you, Sasha says cheerfully. Yes, definitely a ball-gown for you, Vicky, I tell her, smiling. What style are you thinking, Jade, she asks. I don't know, I tell her. Maybe you'll want something fitted, Sasha says. I guess. What style would you want, Sasha, I ask. Something that flows. Something that still shows my shape. But it's very elegant, she answers. I hope it's not a two-piece dress, Victoria laughs. Hell no. I'm trying to be a princess, not a slut, Sasha's chuckling. As we all laugh together, Amanda walks up to our table. Victoria. Hi, Jade, she says, ignoring Sasha being here. Hi, Victoria says. I was wondering if you would like go prom dress shopping with me, she says to Vicky. Well, I was planning on going with Sasha, she says. Ooh, Amanda asks. Sasha, Victoria says a little louder. I'm unsure of who that is, Amanda says. Sasha. The beautiful young lady sitting right next to me, I tell her. Oh, her, she says, giving Sasha a dirty look. Yeah, Vicky replies. The boyfriend thief, Amanda asks. Bitch, no one stole him from you, Sasha says. Yes, you did, she says to Sasha. No, I didn't. He broke with you because you cheated on him, Sasha says, a little annoyed. No, he broke up with me just to be with you, she says, rolling her eyes. Actually, both, we heard Oliver's voice behind her. Oh, hi, Pumpkin, Amanda says, fixing her hair. Pumpkin, Sasha repeats. He walks over behind Sasha and kisses her on the cheek. Amanda gets mad and storms off. Pumpkin, Sasha asks. Yeah, she used to call me that when we used to be together, he says, kissing her again. Mun, Sasha says. If she does something else. Peter S. Oliver says. A couple of weeks later. Raid has called a meeting in this old abandoned castle. We're here now. Just standing outside of it. So you sure he means here, I ask Prince. He gave me the address, Prince answers. Are you sure, I ask again. Yay, he was cut off by Oliver. Is there another castle in Virginia? If so, tell us please, Oliver says, giving me an annoyed look. I'm sorry. I'm just nervous, I tell them. It's okay. We all are, Prince assures me. And remember, Jade, keep your cool. If you see your sister, Oliver reminds me. Right, I reply. The huge castle door opens for us a few moments later. The young man I saw in my dream was in the doorway. Master will see you now, the man says, opening the door wider so we can enter. As we followed the man, we ended up in the large dining room. Raid was sitting at the very end of the table on the other side. Nice to see you all. Have a seat, please, he says to us. There were chairs on the other side where we were. So we sat in those. I sincerely apologize for my late colleagues. They'll be here in a moment. Please do make yourself comfortable, Raid says. Cut the sweet talk. We here for business, Prince says rudely. Raid starts to chuckle. You sure do remind me of your father. Prince gives Oliver and I a weird look of confusion. Moments later, two men walk through the door on the other side of the room on Raid's side. They both sit on opposite sides. Prince, I'm pretty sure you know your father, Rafael Arturo Santos, he says, smiling. And you, he continues while pointing at Oliver. This is your father, Senior. Alexander Bonnet. Pop-up Rin says. Kiri, Oliver says with a disgusted look in his face. Son, I'm pretty sure you're happy to see me, Alexander says to Oliver. Raid chuckles again. Now to business, now the war will be in about 15 more days. I hope you're prepared to die, Raid says, leaning back into his chair. I believe you've got it all wrong. We will be you, Prince says. How many do you have? 10, Raid asks. Yes, Prince. Raid starts to laugh with Raphael and Alexander. Son, you'd have no fighting chance. Have I taught you nothing, Raphael says. Actually, no, you haven't. War is nothing to me, Prince snaps at his dad. Watch your mouth, Raphael snaps back at Prince. You're not my dad. So you don't tell me what to do, Prince snaps again. Okay. Okay. Enough of that. I will like you all to meet someone, Raid says with a smile and sending a hand gesture to the young man who showed us in. A moment later, a girl walked in. It took me a second to realize it was Kate. She looked okay. She was dressed in black tight leather. She looked great, to be honest. She stood behind Jade and stared me down. "You like what I've done to her?" Jade asks me. I was a little confused. "I've made her into a superhuman. I couldn't change her. I kind of didn't want to. I have too many shifters already. She's only half alive, though. I've made her emotional, Ziz. She does have a memory of her family, but she hates you all." "I think I've done it," I cut him off by slamming my fist on the table. I stood up and looked at him with all the anger I've ever had. "We will see you in war," I say to him, then walk away. I walked so fast that I found myself in the front of the castle where we parked the car. I was so angry that I didn't even notice how hard the ball hit my fist. I now have very deep gashes in my hands, and they're bleeding. Moments later, I found Prince and Oliver outside with me. "Can you believe this guy?" Oliver asks. "How does he know our dads?" Prince asks, space back and forth. Back in the castle dining room, in third person. "I thought Prince was being held captive," Raphael says to Jade. "Well, he joined her now," Jade says. "Looks like our sons are joining forces against us, Senior," Alexander says. "And we need to take them out," Raphael says. Back to Jade, Oliver, and Prince. Still in Jade's POV, they kept babbling for a few minutes and then stopped to look at me. "What should we do?" Oliver asked me. "War," I tell them with the angriest tone I've ever had. Chapter 27, Jade POV. Well, the war is in 14 days. Prom is in 7. I've gotten my dress and shoes. I just don't know what to do with my hair and makeup. I have an 80 blue long-sleeve fitted lace mermaid dress. Yes, Vicky and Sasha helped me pick it out. Apparently I have no idea how to shop for clothes or even dress myself. I've gotten silver glittery pump to make the dress pop. It's Saturday now, so I have a little time. While I'm getting ready to go to work, I'm thinking back on this past week. We've trained our hardest. We even worked on the formation we'll be in while running to the field where the war will take place. Pretty cool, even though I'm in the very back. Fastest runner's in the front and slowest in the back. Even Vicky is faster than me, and she just started shifting not that long ago. I'm a little jealous. It's going to be a long day today with work, and Prince asked me to coffee at the Starbucks down the street from my police station. I looked at the time, and I have 40 minutes to get to work. That's a hell of a lot of time, considering it's a 20-minute drive. I'd better get going then. Well, I made it to work. Such a boring drive. Glad I had music. I'm sitting at my desk and typing down a report my boss told me to do. My goodness, this report is long. I've been making mistakes left and right this whole time trying to do this report. Jade, my boss, calls me walking up to my desk. "Sir," he says back. "After that report, I have 7 more for you. I need you to finish them today," he says. "Yes, sir," I reply as he puts paperwork on my desk. I thank my dad for getting me this job. But to be honest, this job is a pain. All I do is reports. Gladly, I finished all those reports 30 minutes early. Now I'm headed to Starbucks, and since it's literally down the street, why not walk? Saving gas. I made it to Starbucks to see Prince at a small round table. I walk up to the table and sit across from him. "Hey," I greet him. "Hey," he says, smiling. "Glad you could make it. Can I treat you to something to drink and something sweet?" he asks. "I'm sure, if you want," I say to him. "What drink do you want?" he asks. "Double chocolate chip and CRME frap," I tell him. "All right," he says, walking away. Moment later, he came back with 2 drinks and a bag they usually put the food in. "I don't know about you, but I love the vanilla scones," I says, handing me a drink. I grab the drink. "I'm sorry, that's my drink. This one has your name on it," he says, handing me the other drink he has. I handed him back the other drink. We talked for a little while and enjoying these amazing scones. I have never had these before. As I chuckle at the last thing he said, I happened to look down at my name on my drink. It wasn't my name, it was another word with a question mark. Prom. I paused for a second and gasped. I look at him to see him giving me the sweetest smile. "Sorry I took so long. I just didn't know another way, the other guys haven't done it," he says. I'm still surprised. This is so sweet. Oh my goodness. What should I say? You should say yes, I heard Artemisia. Jade, are you okay? He asked. Yes, I'm okay, I tell him. I look down again at my cup. Wow, I smile at it. Does that smile mean a yes, he asks me. I look back up at him. Yes, I tell him with a big smile plastered on my face. Thank goodness. You will make prom special to me, he tells me. This just literally made my day. I'm just surprised. Like, wow. This is one of the best days of my life. Later that day, I asked Vicky and Sasha to come over. They obviously heard the news. But right now we're trying to help each other out with ideas for nails, hair, and makeup for prom. It's coming up fast and apparently we all need to look perfect. To be honest, I hate dressing up. But I guess senior prom is just that special. I need it and I tell them. No, you don't, Victoria argues. I don't look really good with eyeshadow, I tell her. You will when I put the makeup on you. You'll have a light gray color with a hint of silver to match your pumps. Maybe a little blush to show off those beautiful cheekbones. And you could get away with red lipstick, Victoria explains. To be honest, that actually sounds nice. As for you, Sasha, we'll go with natural look for you. Since your dress is a champagne color, different shades of brown and gold will suit you in the dress. If you have your own concealer and foundation, please bring that, Victoria continues as she tells Sasha. That sounds nice. I'm glad I'm having you do my makeup, Sasha says, smiling at her. No problem. But I'm kind of worried about something, Victoria says to us. Worried about what, I ask her. I'm worried that Vincent does a right shade of blue. I have a royal blue ball down, Victoria says. I hope he doesn't do that. And I hope Oliver found champagne. If he doesn't, I will go to the store myself and look for something, she says, turning to me. Did you tell Prince your colors, Sasha continues. Heck yeah. If we're going together, the least he can do is match me, I tell her. God, I feel girly. Talking about prom and boys. Now Jade, Victoria gets my attention. Tell us a little more details about your prom proposal, Sasha finishes. Well, he asked me to coffee, I begin to tell them. Prince P. O.V. I met twins house playing Halo with Oliver. Bro, I asked her to prom, I tell him shooting at something. Finally, to your left, he tells me shooting an enemy. I shoot a sniper from the opposing side. He then pauses the game and turns to look at me. Finally, what took you so long, he asks. I just couldn't find a special way to ask her, I tell him. Vincent comes walking in and sits beside Oliver. What are you guys talking about, he says, leaning back into the couch. I asked her, I tell him. Finally, he chuckles. I know, right? Oliver chuckles with him. It's not funny, I tell them, a little annoyed. Bro, I'm not used to seeing you like this. You used to be such a perv. Now since you and Jade have a thing going on, you've made a complete turnaround, Vincent says. And so have you, I remind him. When are you guys gonna mark them, Oliver asks us. Not anytime soon, I answer him. Like never, Vincent answers after me. I marked Sasha, Oliver says. Wait, what, I say, giving him a smile. You've waited 2 years and now you've done it, Vincent asks. Yay, he answers us. I haven't seen it, I tell him. She covers it up, he tell us. With what, Vincent asks. Makeup, he answers us. Damn, that's some pretty good news. I'm happy for him. I'm proud of you, bro, I hear Vincent saying. I look up at him. Actually, I'm proud of both you, he continues. Thanks, I tell him. Yay, thanks, Oliver says after me. Chapter 28, Prom Night. Jade B. Oh, V. Be still, Jade, Victoria tells me as she finished up my makeup. Your makeup is looking great, Jade, Sasha smiles at me. Not as good as yours, I tell her. Victoria finished up my makeup, then did her own makeup. She does great work. I'm glad I gotten my hair done earlier. It's a very elegant bun with diamond jeweled pins here and there. The three of us gotten rest in as soon as we walked down the stairs, my dad had his camera out. Girls, the three of you look so beautiful, he says, taking a picture. Thank you, Mr. Stan, Victoria replies. My mom was excited as well. She even asked my dad to go outside for better light, and of course my dad agreed. He took a million pictures until the guys came with the limo. Oh yeah, I forgot we agreed to go in a limo together. My dad continued to take pictures of everyone. He'd gotten all the couples alone. Have fun at prom and be safe, my dad says to me, kissing me on the forehead. I will, I assure him. And boys, I know you all will protect the girls, so I have nothing to worry about, he says, eyeballing all the guys. Have a great time at prom, kids, my mom says, trying to pull my dad into the house. We were in the huge limo. I think it's a Hummer. It's really nice. Vincent grabbed a bottle of champagne and opened it up. Vincent, put that alcohol down, Oliver says. Bro, chill. It's prom, and I'm not driving, Vincent says, chuckling. Oliver stares him down for a couple, then you could see his face softening up. Give me a cup, Oliver says to him. Gladly will, he says, pouring the first cup for Oliver and hands it to him. As Oliver grabs the cup, Sasha snatches it and chugs it up. Thanks, she says, catching her breath. Babe, you don't even drink, Oliver says, chuckling. Tonight I do, Sasha says, giving everyone a smile. We made it to prom and the decorations scream Great Gatsby. It was really nice. The music was loud and poppin'. I've noticed the other two couples gotten into lines to take pictures. Prince and I gotten behind them. Prince B. OV, Jade is so gorgeous. Everything about her. She looks great. Prom looks nice as well. But not as good as Jade. Jade P. OV. This line is so long. But if we would have came later, it would have been longer. I look back at Prince to see him looking at me. As soon as we met eye contact, he looks away. Was he checking me out? I just sighed and looked back to the front. He looks good too. I've noticed he cut his hair. It's a nice cut on him. We reached the front of the line and did a couple of poses, then enjoyed prom. Prince and I danced together a couple of times. I mostly danced with the girls. Hours went by and Amanda with her group of ratchets were eyeballing us. We did one last slow dance with our dates and sashimi tie in the restroom. We quickly went into the restroom. The bitch Amanda is trying to ruin our prom, Sasha says, looking in the mirror. What? I was cut off by the door slamming open. As I expected, it's Amanda, our friends. Hey boyfriend stealer, Amanda snaps at Sasha. Bitch, no one stole Oliver from you, Sasha says, still looking into mirror. You tried to make me jealous. T working on him, she snaps at Sasha again. He liked it, Sasha still not looking at her. You're disgusting, Amanda says. Am I really disgusting? Or is it just that you're jealous? Sasha turns to her. Why would I be jealous of you? You're fat, Amanda says. Amanda's friends laugh, showing their support. I know what. First off, I only weigh 125. Secondly, I don't want to be anorexic. And lastly, don't hate my African blood and all the goods that come with it, Sasha says, annoyed. You know, I've been waiting to beat your ass since the day I've seen you, Amanda snaps. Well, come at me then, Sasha snaps back. Sasha, do not mess up your dress, Victoria begs. You're right, Sasha says to Vicky. Unzip me, she finishes. Victoria looks at me for a second, then does what Sasha wants. Under the dress, Sasha had a strapless bra and some white latex shorts. Sasha hands me her dress and turns to see Amanda did the same. They circle each other and Amanda makes the first move and tries to get Sasha floor. She succeeds and Sasha punches her in the face. Amanda falls off. Sasha climbs on top of Amanda and put her knees on Amanda's arms. Sasha stops for a second and takes down her hair and shakes it out, making all her beautiful curls free from her updo, and resumes by punching Amanda repeatedly in the face. This whole time Sasha seemed very relaxed, beat the crap out of Amanda. Amanda's friends try to jump in, but Vicky and I stopped them. Sasha soon gets off of Amanda and grabs her dress. She slips into it and asks to get zipped up. We simply walk out the restroom and meet the guys outside the building. You pulled your hair down, Oliver says to Sasha. Yeah, I was tired of it, she tells him. Do I smell blood? Vincent asks. Yay, Sasha says, putting her hand on her hip and flipping her hair. Are you hurt? Oliver freaks out for a second. Nope, she answers him. Who did you hurt? He asks. Guess who, she says. Amanda, I accidentally blurt out. What? Prince says. She had it coming. She called me fat. And she told me I was trying to make her jealous, she says, as the limo drive up to us. The driver walks over to our side and opens the door for Sasha. Sasha climb into the limo and everyone follows behind her. How bad did you beat her, Vincent asks her, laughing. Messed up her pretty little face, Sasha says, smiling. Good, Oliver says, smirking at her. She deserved it, Prince says. Now what's our after prom plans, I ask. Club, Vincent says. Which club, Victoria asks. The dark spot, Oliver answers. Only the best club around, Vincent says. Really, I never heard of it, Victoria says. It's a cool place, Prince assures her. But first we have to change out the dressy stuff. So we're hitting up Prince's place, Oliver says. We make it to Prince's house. It's a nice regular-looking house. Poole had never been to his house before. We all walk up to the front door. He of course unlocked it. And we walked in, and I can't really describe how his living room looks, but it's really nice. Looks like a regular family home. Well, downstairs it does. It's very clean too. You girls can go change in my room. Sasha, since you've been in my room before, you can show Victoria and Jade where it is, Prince says. Sasha starts up the stairs. Jade, I know what you're thinking. How did I get in his room? Oliver and I broken into his house and we pranked him in his room while he slept. When he woke, it was a reaction we were dying to see. Sasha chuckles at the last part. Well, oh, and Jade, I took a whole outfit out, your closet, shoes and everything, Victoria tells me. As I expected. Okay, I answer her. We make it to Prince's bedroom. It's a large room, with a king-size bed. His colors are blue and gray. Do you guys need to use the bathroom? Because I'm about to go in there, Sasha asks. No, I don't need to use it, I answer. No, Vicky answers after me. All right, Sasha says, walking in the bathroom and closing the door behind her. Okay, Jade. Since it's going to be a hot night, I've gotten a pair of shorts, she says, pulling out my black shorts. A blue tank and your blue wedges, she finishes while pulling them out the bag. Thanks, I say to her. No problem, she answers. Vicky and I change together while Sasha changes in the bathroom. She walks out with a red skater skirt, with a black crop top and black sandal wedges. Victoria has on a white short jumpsuit with brown sandal heels. We all look cute, to be honest. Especially Victoria. She looks hot. We heard a knock on the door. Sasha went to open it. It was Prince. You girls ready, he asks. Almost. I have to take Jade's hair down, Victoria says, fixing up my hair. She was done within 30 seconds and we went downstairs together. I really like Prince's house. Back completely off subject, but still it's really nice. Time to head out, Vincent says. We make it to this old-looking warehouse. It was completely quiet. It was kind of creepy too. This is what you call a club, I ask out loud. Yeah, Prince answers me. We all walk up to the door together. I got this, Vincent says, push up to the front of us. He does this weird knock on the door. Soon after, the door opens to some very loud music. We follow Vincent in, and there are werewolves everywhere, dancing, drinking, and just having a good time. First, we all started dancing and having a good time and soon drinking up a storm. Drink after drink after drink. Never have I drunk this much, and never again will I drink this much. The last thing I remember was dancing with Victoria and Sasha, when everything went black. Prologue, in third person. There's a meeting in the castle. Agatha is talking to everyone. Hello today. Thank you all joining Raid's army. For your service you will be rewarded. Now today before the war will be our last meeting. The war is in 6 days. We all need to be prepared. Gladly our opponents is only a group of 10. But there is one wolf in particular that Raid wants. She is the Black Wolf and the so-called Werewolf Queen. She's trying to be in charge of us. And we cannot let that happen. If she in charge, there will be no Alphas. Agatha lies on the last part. No Alphas when Wolf asks. Correct. And if Raid is king, werewolves all around the world will have the utmost respect. Hum-asn will fear us. Animals will worship us. And the moon goddess and bow down to us. And as for the wolves fighting for her, kill them all, she says to the males wolves. Max Spidey, my fated mate. White splashed away at me and my wind spun with the beat of the heavy techno music the DJ was playing. You can't kill my son. Jade promised that I will get him back, Raphael says. That's too bad. Do you want a traitor as your son? It's his fault for joining the enemy, Agatha says. Nice job, Agatha. I will take it from you, Jade says, walking up to her. Yes, sir, she says, stepping back. Now to close off this meeting, just make sure that you bring the Black Wolf to me. I will take care of her death. Also bring the White Wolf. She's just something I would want to have. And as Agatha said before, kill the other 8. Meeting is now over, Jade says, turning his back to all the male wolves. Jade turns to Agatha's brother Lee. Romo and Manny, I need to speak to you guys. Meet me in my study. I only trust you to get Jade and her mother, Jade says to them. Jade, Raphael says in angry tone. Jade turns back around to me, Raphael's face. I thought you said I'll get my son back. You did say anything about killing him, Raphael snaps. Oh, you will. And I will make sure of it, Jade assures him. Jade, meet the brothers in his study. Now you 3 are the only ones I trust to get Jade and Carla. After the war, I have a plan for the 3 of you. Leah will become not only alpha of your pack, but the Amazon pack as well, Jade looks at Lee. What's going to happen to Alpha Raph, Lee asks. I'm giving him what he wants. He wants his son back, Jade answers. He then looks at Romo. Romo, you will kill the rest of the alphas around the world and take them as your own, and Manny, since you're like an older brother to me. I will not only grant you Werewolf Council, but my first-hand help to my throne, he continued. What's going to happen to Agatha, Manny asks. She will be my queen, Jade answers. And the girl, Romo asks. She will be my slave forever. She's human anyway. She'll die at one point, Jade answers them. Chapter 29, Jade P. OV. I honestly don't know what happened and I can't open my eyes. And my bed is even more comfortable than ever. A little bit of sun crept through the curtains and that made me turn over. Wait, my nose hit something. It must be a pillow. I probably slept wild. Wait, what's that smell? And why is there so much heat in this room? All this and I still can't open my eyes. I try to inhale the scent again. Wait. Prince. I slowly open my eyes to see Prince beside me and the tip of my nose is on his cheek. I jumped up out of the bed. As I screamed, he woke up and fell off the bed. What is he doing in my bed, and most importantly, what is he doing in my house? Wait. This isn't my room. What happened? What's going on? Prince gets up ready to fight. What am I doing here? Why were you in the same bed as me? I ask him, looking him up and down. Noticing he's half naked. What did you do to me? I cried, looking at him. Wait, no. It's not what you think, he says, pulling hands out to calm me from the other side of the bed. I look down to see I don't have on the same clothes. I just had a big t-shirt on. I looked back up at him with the most scared face I've ever had. Oh no, he says, nodding his head. You have 3 seconds to start explaining yourself. Why am I here? I ask him. You passed out at the club and I don't think you want to get in trouble with your dad for being drunk. So I brought you here, he answers. Why am I in your room? And why did I find you next to me? I ask him. My only 2 guest rooms are taken by my brothers. And my couches are taken by our friends, he starts to answer as I growl at him. I let you have my bed. And I slept on the floor most of the night. But I've gotten uncomfortable and climbed into the bed, he finishes. Whose shirt is this? I ask, looking down at it. Mine, he says, scratching the back of his head. What? I screamed. No, it's not what you think. Victoria changed you out your clothes. No, I wasn't in the room when she did. Prince gives me a face of assures. Did you do anything to me? I ask, wrapping my arms around myself. No, I never will. Not without your permission. Plus, you weren't even sober or awake at that manner, he answers me. No, yeah. Then why are you only in your underwear? I ask him, a little annoyed. Oh, I didn't mean to scare you that way. I sleep this way. I always do. Jade, I'm sorry. I'll just get out of here, he says, turning around to his chested roars and pulling out some pajama pants and slipping them on. I'll just make some breakfast, he says, walking out the door and closing it back behind him. Prince B. Oh, I see Sasha and Victoria running up the stairs as I was going down them. Is Jade okay? Victoria asks me as they stop in front of me, making me stop. Yay, but I have to say she's pretty freaked out. I answer them. Come on, Vicky, we'll go check on her. Sasha is sure. They continue, as do I. I make it to the kitchen with the twins following me in. They both sit at the counter where my hall chairs are. As I wash my hands, what do you guys want to eat? I ask. Anything. I love your cooking, Oliver says. Yeah, me too, Vincent answers. I get out bell pepper, tomatoes, and onion, throw them on the counters in front of the twins, then grab my cutting board and one of my knives. I start to chop up the vegetables as I talk to the twins. So what fell up there? Vincent asks. And what was all the yelling for? Oliver adds. She freaked out. And I fell off the bed, I answers them. Did you make her scream? Vincent winks. Shut up, Oliver says. Why did she scream? Oliver stares me down. You didn't. Vincent didn't cut off. Then I break my chopping board. Damn it. Not again, I say, grabbing another one. And no, I didn't. I'm not my dad. I wouldn't do that, I say as I continue chopping with another chopping board. I look up at Vincent. Do you mind passing me the eggs? I ask him. He walks over to the frig and take out some eggs. Bro, not those. Those are for pastries. Get the ones in the white container, I tell him. What's the difference? Vincent asks, annoyed, while grabbing the right ones. These will be fluffier, I tell him as he puts them down in front of me. Jade P. O.V. You really think? Victoria starts, but I cut her off. I hope not, I tell her. I don't think he has. And I don't think he would even think about doing that to you or anyone else, Sasha assures me. Now you said he was only in his underwear, Sasha asks. I nod as an answer. Maddox Spidey, my fated mate. Lights flashed around me and my wounds spun with the beat of the heavy techno music the DJ was playing. I'd like to get a glimpse of that body, Sasha says, giving me a smirk. Maddox Spidey, my fated mate. Lights flashed around me and my wounds spun with the beat of the heavy techno music the DJ was playing. What? I can't believe she said that. I start to growl at her. Just the reaction I was hoping for, Sasha says, giving me a cheeky smile. What? I ask. You liked seeing him like that, Sasha says. But how would you feel? I ask her. I'm used to it. Oliver and I are mated already. He's even marked me, she says. Marked you? Vicky asks. Yes. It's part of bonding, Sasha answers. Vicky. Where's? I ask her. She pulls down the neck of her shirt and shows us teeth marks on her neck. They didn't look human either. Now that's a bond that's better than saying, till death do us part. I'm glad I'm a werewolf. Because wolves are mated for life, Sasha says to us. Her words will forever be in my memory. Maybe I did like Prince half naked a little bit. His body is really nice. He just caught me by surprise, I guess. He is my mate after all. Do I smell bacon? Victoria says out of nowhere. Yes, Sasha answers, all excited. Time to eat, she says, getting up and walking out the room. Jade. Come eat, Victoria commands me. I not hungry, lies. That bacon does smell really good. See you downstairs. Or I'll have him to bring you food. Maybe you can talk to him, she says, slowly standing up, then walks out the door, closing it behind her. To be honest, I want to get a good look at his room since I'm in here. I get out of the bed and walk around to his side. As I attempt to walk up to the nightstand, I step on something. It's a book. On the front of it, it reads, Wada's Journal. I sat on the edge of Prince's side of the bed and opened to the first page. June 161,987. Hello, Journal. Raphael was given you to me, and this is my first time writing in you. And to be safe, I will write in English. This is my first day here on the Amazon Pack Browns. And the members here are okay. They all just like me. Fear Raphael. I hate him. He has killed my mate and my entire family, leaving my pack to go rogue. Even though these pack members are really nice, I feel very alone. Raphael has told me the reason why he kept me alive is to have 3 sons. I flipped through the pages. December 61,987. I can't believe how happy I am to have a little baby inside of me. Raphael threatened that if it's a girl, he will kill her. I really want a girl, but I hope my baby is a boy. I can't bear to see my first child get killed by this monster. First he forces me to marry him, and now I'm pregnant with his child. How much more can I take? He or she will be here very soon. I flipped through the pages again. February 121,988. I can't describe the pain that I feel. Raphael has killed my baby. How can he be so cruel? I begged to keep her, and I promised that the next 3 will be boys. He had no mercy. I flipped again. June 1, 1991. I can't wait for this second pregnancy to be over with. This baby never stops moving, and I'm getting a little fat, and my back hurt. I hope this time it's a boy. Raphael told me that I can name this one, and told me to only look for boy names. So I chose Raul Miguel Santos. I hope he agrees with the name, Little Raul. I flipped again. March 10, 1993. While he's here. Little Rico is here. It's hard to not look at him, because he looks just like me. Raul looks like their father. The moon goddess has blessed me with another boy, and he's happy and healthy. I flipped again. May 8, 1993. Oh my goodness. I can't believe that Raphael thinks I've cheated on him. I never done so. He thinks Rico belongs to another man, and when he confronted me, the pain was impossible. His hands are bigger than my face, and I believe that I've almost lost my teeth. All of this because Rico doesn't look like him, and his skin is lighter. His skin matches mine, and he looked like me, but unfortunately he does have his father's evil blood. I flip again. April 5, 1997. Oh my goodness, my third and hopefully last pregnancy is almost done. This baby can be born any day now. This time I can't even name my child. Raphael wants to name this one, but I believe I'm pretty good at picking names. Child 1, Raul Miguel Santos. Child 2, Rico Santiago Santos. Raphael wants to name him. Hopefully it's a boy. I hope it's not a name I will hate. I flip again. April 11, 1997. My little prince is here. The last child I will have, hopefully. He's unfortunately named after his father, Rafael Arturo Santos Jr. I'm not too sure about this name, since he reminds me of a little prince. His name will be Prince. He looks just like his father, but he has at least one thing from me. My blue eyes. For a newborn, he sure loves to grab hair. Looks like I need to cut mine a little. Raul, Rico, and Prince sounds like a nice trio. They're my only happiness. I flip again. So, how are you enoughing my mom's feelings? I hear Prince's voice. I look back at him with a plate of food in his hands. I can explain. I tell him. Maybe I shouldn't have looked through this book. Wada is my mom. I never had a chance to meet her. This journal gave me a little feel of who she is. Prince says, walking over to me. He put the plate down on the nightstand and he kneels down next to me on the floor. Keep reading, he commands me. I looked down at what page I was on. May 111,997. I quickly look up at Prince. That's my birthday, I tell him, smiling. Reading he says again. On the same page, hello journal. I haven't written you for a month. Since Junior's birth, I've been locked up in this small room, not able to see my children, and I barely even eat. Raphael continuously beat me every day. I've gotten to the point where I feel no pain when he does. He hates me and always have. I wish I can see Raul, Rico, and my little prince. At least Raphael is treating someone right. Every other day he would walk past this room holding Junior. When he's crying, I hate hearing my kids cry. Every day I feel my life draining from me. I think Raphael is trying to kill me since he no longer needs me. I ended the book. After that, it's a long line and an ink smudge at the end of it. Wait, what happened? Is this really the last page? I look up at Prince. He was crying. That day was the death of my mom. I was exactly a month old, he says with his voice a little hoarse. I didn't know what to say. This is sad. I slowly closed the book and put it down on the bed next to me. I kneeled down on the floor next to Prince and just hugged him. We hugged for a good minute or so, then looked each other in the eye. How should I hear my wolf out of nowhere? No, I tell her in my head. He clearly wants it, she tells me. Should it snap at her? Fuck it. I'm taking over was the last thing she says. What I questioned her. No answer. All of a sudden my body was leaning in for a kiss. Max Spidey. My fated mate. White splashed away on me and my wind spun with the beat of the heady techno music the DJ was playing. What the heck? I said I didn't want to kiss him. I give him a soft kiss. He responds by pushing me back a little. What are you doing? He asks, giving me a confused face. I had no answer to that. He sighs. I try to look away. I'm a little embarrassed. He gets up from the spot. I brought you food, he says, walking away. I hear the door close. I knew he was gone. Damn it. See what I'm talking about? I snap at Artemisia. That could have went so much better. Thank you all for joining me in the wild world of Wild Werewolf. I hope you had an amazing time. Don't forget to subscribe, leave your comments and likes, and come back for more wild adventures. See you next time.